Hello, hey friends, come on into the craft room. Come join me. My name is Susan. Sorry, I can't ever get my hair out of my face. I'm Susan, and I love to come on here and share project ideas with you guys. I am so glad to have you here with my page. Come on in. I'm going to show you a real quick, easy, inexpensive, even the kiddos could do this one if you're looking for something to do with them. DIY idea using a Dollar Tree surface. So come on in and join me. We are Halloween themed today, as you can see, and I did post a poll asking for some help. So if you guys would check that out and vote on it for me, that way I can plan my next project with you guys. I would love for you all to do that with me. So come on in and join me real quick. I am going to make sure I'm showing up live here. Hang on just a minute, because I posted a notice that I was going on very late. I did not give it very much time to process. So yes, I am showing up live. So this is super cute. Hey Linda, thanks for joining me. This is super cute. I just saw this idea and I thought, gosh, this would be so fun to make. So I'm just gonna do it with you guys. So hopefully it'll be something you guys will like as well. Like I said, it's a fun Halloween project. It's very inexpensive, and you could probably even do it with the kiddos. So hang on. We're gonna make sure when you're on, hop on and say hello, just like my friend Linda did. I do not have a link for you guys today, but let me see here. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this so it'll make it easier for me to see it. I have a picture to guide me, kind of like my inspiration picture. So I want to make sure I do that. And I think that's it, guys. Yeah, I don't have a link that I need to post today, so we should be good to go. Get my picture up. How is your, what day is it, y'all? It is Thursday already, you guys. Thank you for saying that. I love this shirt too. I do a little subscription thing for a small business down in Florida, and this is the one they sent this month, so I thought it was super fun. Very bright. Definitely would be good for me to wear out in the woods if I was going to go for a walk in the woods where any hunters would be. They would definitely see me, but I just thought it would be super fun. So, okay, here's my picture, and we will have that up. Okay, so super easy, guys. Really, really, really. And maybe you'll like this idea, and you can tweak it to what you like if you don't like what I'm going to show you today. But basically, I don't know if you've seen these before. I was looking for one that was 4, and I didn't see one at the Dollar Tree. There might have been one, but this was last week, and I only had like 5 minutes to run in and run out. So I happened to see this one, and I grabbed it. So it's usually looking like that. And this one actually was in the $3 section. They may have one in the regular section that has 4 slats on it. That's really what I was looking for, was 4 slats, because I was going to do 4 different guys. But what I think I'm going to do is just, I'm going to do this one, I'm going to do 3, unless you guys really want me to do 4. And if that's the case, we'll use this one. So this is from the Dollar Tree, the $3 section. Just a piece of wood, or piece of, I don't know what they're calling it. It's just calling it a wood sign. This is actually from the Dollar General. This is the Art Skills. They may even have that, like if you have a pop shelf, they have Art Skill stuff, but the Dollar General, I'm not sure if Family Dollar does, but for sure Dollar General does. They had this, which I thought was also super cute. It's a 4 pallet, which is what I was looking for. I was just thinking they'd be a little bigger like this, and they're not. But it is a 4 pallet sign, but this one has actually got a little sawtooth hanger on it and a little thing already built on it that you could use it as an easel. Unfortunately, my project will not work in this direction. It needs to be this way. So I haven't decided, and I don't remember how much this was, guys, but I'm sure it was super inexpensive. You know, I'm sure it was $3 or less, I would think. I don't think it was $5, but honestly, I don't recall. But if I was going to do 4, I could do it on here, but this is smaller. I was really thinking about this size. So I think we're just going to stick with this size, but just keep that in mind. That's what my Dollar General had. That is something you might be able to use for another project, if not this one. But if you wanted to use that one, just don't use the hanger it has on there, and maybe you might have to take the little prop for the easel. So I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. The sun has finally, since last Thursday we haven't seen the sun, finally has made its way out. I actually can see sunshine. Thank you, Lord. And it was a little cooler this morning here in North Carolina. It actually felt a little bit like fall this morning, although it's getting up to, oh, it says it's only 75. That's not bad at all, you guys. That is not bad at all. So hopefully you're having good weather wherever you are. Let me know in comments if you're starting to see the leaves change. I'm seeing a little tiny bit because some of the maples and stuff always change first. But I haven't seen a great deal. I don't expect to see a great deal yet because this is kind of early for us. But just let me know, because I know some places. I have a friend in, sorry guys, somebody must be talking about me. Isn't that what it means when your nose is itching? I have a friend that lives in Minnesota, and she sent a picture from this past weekend, and I mean, it's all ablaze. It's beautiful. So, you know, I can't imagine that. And then I have a friend that's in North Pole, Alaska, and she was saying that on Saturday that there was already snow up on the mountains that she could see. So, you know, I don't want that. I don't want all that. I definitely don't want all that right now. Not in September. I couldn't imagine. But, you know, who knows? I don't know if I'll see any snow at all down at the beach. We don't usually see it here very much near Raleigh. So I can't imagine we're going to see any snow down there unless it's really a major snowstorm. But I do love my snow. I just probably not going to see it. Anyway, let's get on to the project. Okay, so here's what you have. You have your little pallet board. We are not going to use this hanger, and we're not going to hang it that direction anyway. We're going to work on this direction. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tag and this off. And then we'll get going, and I'll talk to you then, because I have a bad habit of, especially if I haven't talked to anybody much all day, I have a bad habit of, you know, getting on here and gabbing away with you guys when I could be working on a project and talking. I do multitask almost all day long, so I don't know why when I come on here I just want to talk to you guys. So I'm definitely, you know, in the Halloween vibes. I've got several transfers in case you didn't see that post already, or the poll in my stories. Guys, you might want to keep that. You know, we crafters keep everything. But I do have a vote in there for the next project. And so far it's tied. So far it is tied. And I did check with my daughter on one of them because I know I wanted to do another project for her. So I sent that to her and she told me what she needed. So I'm going to have to look. I'm going to have to buy what I need. Sorry guys for that one. But yeah, so I'm definitely feeling the Halloween going on right now. That's not to say I'm not going to do anything else fall, because I have 2 other fall projects that I really want to try. And I might share with you guys, but I may wait and show it in another group, because I actually, I'm going to go ahead and start getting my colors picked out and put over here. The colors we're going to use today are, we're going to use some bright colors. So see if you can guess what we're going to be creating. I'm going to use this neon green. It's just called thermal green. I'm also going to use outrageous orange, so a little bit different. I would have liked probably this color, but I don't know if I have this color orange. That's a beautiful color, orange. And I think I'm going to use some of this, this craft glitter paint. We're going to see if it actually works. I have not used it in a while. You guys, I picked up a couple things of paint the other day when I went to Michael's when I was in Virginia too, and I haven't even gone through that bag yet. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work or not. It might need, I might need to add a little water to it, see if I can loosen it up some. But I did get some other paint, like some shimmery paint as well, because I just needed some in my, there was something I needed it for and I didn't have it. So anyway, we are going to do these panels. I am actually going to take my handy dandy sanding block and I'm just going to sand it smooth just a little bit, just because, I mean, it feels pretty smooth, but just because I feel like it's going to help our project or the paint absorb a little bit. So I'm just going to do a light sand, and I apologize if you don't like that noise. I know some people don't. But if you guys will vote on that the Halloween one, I would appreciate it. And like I was just getting ready to tell you, oh, that's what I wanted to show you guys. So I also posted an event that I'm going to be doing in the middle of October, a virtual workshop that I'd love to have you guys join me if you would like to. And we are going to be doing a project with this kit. So we're going to do it together. This is called our Trick or Treat Thorns kit, and everything you need is included in the kit, and I did include a link for it, but I set up an event. I'd love to have you do that workshop along with me. So check that out as well. That's what it is. You'll also get this. This is the transfer that goes along with it, and we're going to make this cool sign. And guys, this is made out of cork. So I'd love to have you join me along with that. That's what that is. So if you're wondering, that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and get started, and then I'm going to tell you about something else that I have new starting in October that I'm going to be doing. As I'm trying to really focus on and grow my business, I am trying to expand my reach a little bit, and that's why every time you guys sprinkle, it just helps me. It helps me get out there into Facebook world. You know, I do have a YouTube channel. I have Pinterest, but I have not been working that yet. It's on my list of things to do. And of course I do Instagram posts as well. But I am also going to be a part of a group starting in October where we are going to be a presenter group. Just a couple different creatives in a group that present different projects, and it is a subscription group, and I'd love to have you guys come check it out. So as soon as I get into that, I'm gonna post a link to it and share. I just found out today that I got accepted into the group. I had to go through an interview process and all that kind of good stuff the other day, and I got accepted in the group, so I'm going to be making a post about that. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well. All right, we're going to try and see if we can paint with this glitter. If not, we may just add some, because you know me, y'all, I gotta have a little glitter. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? It would probably help if I took that little thing off, right? I forgot I had that in there. Let's just do it this way. See if I can get some out this way. Yes, here it comes. This would be, like I said, a fun project. Maybe what I'll do is just put a little bit of the glitter, and I'll use a little bit of my white, and we'll kind of use those together. I think that's what we'll do, guys. Combine the two of those. Okay, that's what we're doing. So I'm just using, like I said, this one is called Outrageous Orange, Apple Barrel. This one is Americana Neon. It's called Thermal Green. This one is Deco Art. This is white, just plain white. And then I've got a, this is an Art Skills again. So that's like Dollar General and Pop Tree. I don't know if anybody else has it, but a silver craft paint. So those are the colors that I'm using. So we've got these all ready to go, and we are going to rock and roll. I just have 3 basic paintbrushes. I decided to do paintbrushes on this because of the wood texture, and I think it's going to be better on this type of wood. So that's what we're going to do. And I am going to, which one am I going to do? I think I'm going to do the white. I'm going to do white on this one, orange on this one. See if you can guess what I'm trying to make. White, orange, and then green. So you guys tell me, what do you think I'm going to be making? So, let's see, what do I want to do? I'll do the green first. I'm just going to paint. Ooh, look at that, y'all. Oh, yes, this is going to be good. Now, I have grabbed some paint markers, too. So, I think I have everything I need. We're going to go ahead and put 1 coat on here. We're probably going to have to do a 2nd coat because this is like a kind of a little bit thinner green. And guys, just let me know what's going on with you today. Say hello. And if you're coming, you know I'm live if you see that red circle around my profile picture. And if not, then you are catching me on the replay, and I'm just happy to have you here. It's just always so much more fun to craft with friends. All right, so you notice that was like 2 coats, and I'm going to let it sit and dry a little bit. This color would have been pretty too. I could have painted with my Take Note color. That would have been a perfect color too, but I don't want to waste that. I want to keep that because that was a special color and color of the month, and I won't be able to get my hands on that again. So, and I was able to find out also, we have a team. I have a team meeting every Wednesday night, and not every Wednesday night, excuse me, every other Wednesday night, and with one of my teams. And I was able to find out that for the color of the month for next month is called Napa. That's all we know. Halloween directions to the candy, witches, brew, and booze. What? What is that? Directions to the candy, witches, brew, booze. I'm not sure what you're saying. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I see what you're saying. You think this is like a sign? That's a pretty cool idea. You'll have to wait and see what it's going to be. But that's kind of a neat idea. I like that, Linda. If that's what you're saying. The orange covers really well, so we might be able to get by with just 1 coat. It's not as thin as the green one. So my daughter usually has like, they all dress up, her and all of her friends. She loves to dress up. She's already been planning her Halloween costume because they usually have a party. They just do it well, last year, in the last few years, they've been doing it at the apartment she lived at. But now she's in a house, so I think she'll probably have one at her house, which is good. That keeps them safe. There's not a whole lot to do where she lives in the mountains anyway, so you kind of just have to do that kind of stuff at home. So I think that's probably what she'll do. Oh, y'all, I got way too much orange. I'm not even going to need all that orange. I'm going to put that back in my jar because I'm definitely not going to need all that. Okay. And you guys, I was picking up some of my transfers that I have over here on the floor. This morning I was moving them out of the way and looking at a couple of them, and they have splatters on them. When I was trying to use that orange paint yesterday, that what do you call it? The orange chalk paint from Waverly that I was using, it was kind of thick, so I had added water to it, and I was shaking it, and apparently I didn't have the lid on it all the way, and it went like, I didn't realize it splattered so much. I thought I had gotten some on me, but I didn't realize that it had splattered. For this one, you guys, I'm going to do the coat in white first. It had splattered all over. So luckily I have a cloth down on my floor, and it went on to the top of the transfer. But you know, art rooms, if you have an art room or a craft room, this room is, I'm expecting it to be messy. That's one of the reasons why I'm redoing. This room has carpet, but we just covered it with like one of those drop cloths that you use for painting that you can get from the hardware store to protect the carpet some. But honestly, the carpet was already in bad shape because someone that we let live with us for a while pretty much destroyed it. She was not very, apparently she was not trained. She was not home trained, that you don't do that in people's homes. And she pretty much ruined the carpet in the few months she was in this room. And anyway, but to protect it even more, I just have that drop cloth on here. But in the new house, it has carpet, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that up and put down a LVP just to protect, you know, because it's going to be a craft room. I'm still going to have my little throw rugs all around because I like that for the color and just for the, and what have you. I probably need to get a fatigue mat for right behind my desk, you guys, like you have in the kitchen. Because I spend just as much time standing here as I do at the kitchen sink. Probably that's what I need to do. So that would probably be a good idea. Although I am really thinking I have a really nice table in my breakfast nook. And at the new house, we're only going to have a counter space and an area for a table, just one table. So not a whole separate dining room. Y'all, I got orange stuck on there and I'm trying to get it off. Doesn't want to come. So now I'm messing up my paint. So I'm really thinking, I have 2 tables and I love them both. So I'm really considering the table that I have in my breakfast nook area, using that in my craft room because it would be such a nice big craft area. I'm really considering doing that. I don't know, we might need to do a 3rd coat on the green because it is pretty thin. I don't know if you guys can tell that or not. Add just a little bit more to the orange. But it's hard right now with crafting. I still have just a few fall things that would be nice to have around that I'd like to try and share. But, and some of them I think I'm going to save in that, for that group that's called Take 5. Hi, Miss Tabitha. Thanks for joining me. But, you know, I'm probably a little behind doing my Halloweens. I know a lot of people have already done Halloween, or some people are even decorating already for it. I've seen it in my neighborhood, so some people have already decorated for it. We're not quite, you know, a month out from Halloween. We're almost there. That's when I usually like try to start my countdown. But the that white looks like it covered pretty well. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you. I will take it. I love to have a blessed Thursday. My poor hubby was sick. He woke up. He's had a cold all week. He came home from traveling and had a cold. And yesterday he had a dental appointment and he still had a cold. He didn't feel really great. And then after the dental appointment, he felt even worse. And then this morning he was sick on his stomach. So I don't know what, I'm just telling him, stay away. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, there's my son coming home. There's my son coming home. That is perfect. That has covered perfectly with the white. And once that dries, we'll go ahead and, maybe we'll go ahead and hit all this with the dryer. Let me get my other dryer plugged back in instead of my heat tool that I used the other day with my wax. I still have to finish that project too. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Hi, Malik. And I need to keep working on that project, but I haven't had a chance. I think I might do that over the weekend some. Explore that idea with the apothecary one. So we're just going to use my handy dandy dryer and try to get this dry quicker. I did not paint around the edges. It's completely up to you guys if you want to. On the ones on the outside at least. Might be a good idea. And the white one, I don't know that you're going to see the orange one that well, but the white one and the green one, maybe even just one coat, just to kind of take away from the wood color that's there. Oh no, you see what I did? Y'all see what I just did? Can you see that? Yikes! See if I can get it off. Oh yay. Hooray. Hooray. So again, if you're just hopping on, this is one of those surfaces from the $3 spot at the, what do we call it, Dollar Tree Plus, right? I need to be careful not to be drying out my ink. My paints, you guys. Because I can feel it getting dry. I apparently cannot do that well while I'm painting, so we're gonna take a break for a second and I'm gonna touch up these little edges. We're gonna do that. But yeah, my poor hubby was not been feeling good. Poor guy. Luckily, he was supposed to be home anyway. He wasn't supposed to be traveling, so that's good. So that is good. I'm just going to get a little tiny bit on this paintbrush, hopefully a little tiny bit, just for the edges of the bottom and the top. Just because I don't know what the top, which is going to be the top and which is going to be the bottom yet. I'm not going to go in between on the orange one because I'm not going to take a chance of getting that paint on any of the other places. I got more than I needed. It's okay. That's okay. All right, now let's try to hit it with the dryer. Especially the green. I want to do another layer of green. Thank you so much for sprinkling, Miss Tracy. I want to call you Tracy because of the name of your business. Thank you so much for sprinkling this Tabitha. I appreciate it. Every time. And a week from Saturday, I'll be doing my finished good auction. I am in a group called Crafty Commerce. You'll see posts for that that I share on my page. With a link to that group, but I'll also be live here on my page sharing my finished goods. So that'll be a week from this Saturday. Gosh, can you believe that'll be October 7th. So that's coming up. I got all that going on, plus the move-in, plus possibly a trip to the mountains to see my daughter. Got a lot of moving parts in October, you guys. A lot of moving parts. Okay, I'm going to take another coat on this green, and then we're going to call it finished. Just had to use this great, really awesome bright green because I love it, and it's perfect for Halloween. Don't you think, guys? Now, you could do this same concept or a similar concept. Obviously, you would have to figure out what you were going to put on here. You could decoupage a napkin on here, but you could do these in fall colors instead of Halloween colors like I'm doing. You could also do it for Christmas time. You'll see what I'm getting ready to do with it, but I think it could be adapted for other seasons. Maybe decoupage some leaves on here, or just paint it fall colors and then get some of those actual fabric leaves or something like that, or paper ones, or maybe go collect them for real, and you could just Mod Podge them on here, decoupage them on here, just to bring a little bit of the outdoors in. Okay, guys, that part's done. Now we're going to take this, if I can get it to mix in here with my white to make it a little more fluid. I'm going to grab some of this silver, and we're going to put it on this one just to make it shimmery, because I need a little shimmer on every project. Got my bright color, I've got my shimmer, so we are going to be set. Perfect, customized to me project. And this does say it's silver, but it's really looking not like silver on top of the white. It's not like it's a grayish color. It's just making my white shimmer a little bit. Does that make sense? It's just adding a little bit of sparkle to my white. And there we go, all finished. Okay, let's put that aside. All my paints aside. If you have questions about anything that I'm using today, any of the products or any techniques, please feel free to ask me in the comments or send me a message. I'll be glad to help you. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so do you see what we have going on so far? That's what we got so far, right? Just super fun, super easy. Now we're going to dry it again, and I'm going to show you what yarn work. You know, I cut the jute off of the back of that, and I said, hey, save it for another project. But I cut it off because we're not going to hang it that way. We're going to hang it this way. It's going to go long ways. And so I pulled some ribbon that I have, and you guys, I'm pretty sure, yep, from the Dollar Tree this year. Look at it. Let's see if I can do it the right words. Isn't that fun? Look at this. Let's do this. Isn't that fun? So fun. Now you can even grab 2 of these and do more than what I'm going to show you, because I'm going to show you, I know I'm keeping it a secret, I am going to show you 3 different things that I'm going to put on here, but I have at least 2 others that I can think of just by looking, and actually really 3 others just by looking at this. So. Just want to make sure it's dry. It's pretty dry. It's drying pretty quick. This is a little tacky because of the glitter glue, or not glitter glue. It's not glitter glue. That's what you need to be careful of when you're shopping for it, because they do sell glitter glue in similar type containers, but that's not what you want. You want glitter craft paint. So when I was at Michael's, I had to go look for the glitter craft paint in the little paint section where you can buy all these little sizes of the acrylic paint and all the other different types of paints that they have. But you definitely want to get the craft paint with glitter in it, not glitter glue. Not glitter glue, okay? Not glitter glue. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of bust this open so we can pull it out. And then well, I say that. All right. So, isn't that fun? Look at that one. And I didn't have, that was new this year, I think. I did not have it from last year. And I usually grab all the ones that kind of look like this. But I thought that one was super fun. Let me just do it. About that length. And it looks like it even has like a, the edge of it has like a shiny black edge to it. So that's pretty neat. I don't know if that's going to be long enough or not. Hopefully it will. And I'm just cutting these on the angle. I'm not dovetailing these. I'm just cutting them on the angle of these. If not, I have more. But it is hard right now because, you know, a lot of people are doing Christmas already. Yeah, I think that's going to be cool. I might even just, oh, I got wet paint. I still have wet paint over there. Glad I saw that. Where was that? There we go. Okay. We'll just do that on the edge. And I might even staple it. Grab my staple gun. That way we'll just have it. Guys. Instead of the glue. All right. Now, in case you haven't guessed yet, this is what we're going to do. We are going to take some paint pens. I got several different ones. Most of these came, I think most of them came from Michael's. Probably all of them came from Michael's. And we're going to use some paint pens and we're going to draw. And I'm going to have to face it towards me to be able to see. Now, I don't know if I've used all of these yet, so I'm going to get them started. This one's black and it has shimmer in it. I don't know if y'all remember that. And then, of course, this is white. Okay. And then I've got a silver as well. This one's older, so hopefully they're all going to work. All right, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to take my silver on this one, and super simple, you guys. We're just going to draw some circles because we're going to make this little guy into a ghost. Now, here's the thing. He can either be a ghost or he could be a mummy because he's white. So you get to decide if you want to do a mummy. I can show you how to do a mummy. If you want to do a ghost, you can do it as a ghost, okay? But I'm just going to do it as a ghost. So all we're doing is giving him some eyes, and you can decide if you want them to be ovals or circles. And I'm not even using a tool or anything, you guys. I'm just going to freehand it. This is, like I say, this is a good project you could even use with the kids. I mean, how cute would this be with the kids? And then, of course, we need a mouth like it's a ghost, right? So, like it's saying, oh. And then I'm just going to color it in. Now it's up to you if you wanted to leave a, if you want to give it a, like an actual pupil or not. Right now I'm not. I'm just going to do it all in gray, in the silver. You could have done this in black as well. I just like the silver because it's more of a, I don't know, I feel like it's more of a ghostly quality. But you could do the same thing and turn it into a mummy. You could paint one of them white. That's why I said if I was doing 4, I would have done one as a mummy. You could also paint one of these as, you could do it as a witch. You could do one of them as a skeleton. So there's 3 others that you could do, you know, kind of Halloween characters. Potentially you could do a cat, right? You could paint one black and make it a cat. Now I'm thinking I need like 3 or 4 of these guys. So that's all. Look, we have a little ghost, right? How hard is that? That was not hard at all. So I'm sure you're following along what I'm doing now, right? You've got it figured out. You've got it figured out. So this guy, of course, is going to be a pumpkin. And I'm going to try to have the faces all about the same. And you can make your pumpkin face any way you want. It can be creepy. It can be, I like cute and happy, if there's such thing as happy Halloween. I like cute, not scary, not creepy. So I'm going to do mine kind of a little happy. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, our jack-o'-lantern needs his little face. And again, you can make it however you want it, and make sure, give him a little tooth, right? Round that more. I don't like how it looks. The cool thing with filling them in with paint markers is that you can change the shape of them while you're doing it. If you didn't like your outline, you can add to it. Can't really take away from it, but if you didn't like your outline, or if something's uneven and you couldn't tell it when you were drawing it. But you know what, guys? This is supposed to look DIY. It's not supposed to look like you bought it at the store this way. And of course, if you're having your littles do it, let them be creative. You're going to be endeared to it. You guys, I had to go through all the papers. So I actually homeschooled my kids, all 3 of my kids, for quite a while. And so I still had, when we moved here, I saved every single paper of 7 or more years of homeschooling. Every single paper all of my planners, everything that we used for that. And I had to go through all that recently since we're getting ready to move. I don't need to, they've all graduated high school. I don't need to prove that when we moved here, I still had to prove that where they were in school. But I don't have to do that anymore. So I had to go through and decide what I was keeping and what I wasn't. And I'll tell you right now, I didn't keep all those math papers. I didn't keep science stuff. I kept their artwork, and I kept like their beginning little journals or stories that they wrote. Those are the pieces of that I treasure. Whether they'll ever even look at them, I don't know. But it was fun for me to look at, and I was like, yeah, I can't get rid of these. I'm gonna have to keep these. Now, who knows? You know, when I die, they want to get rid of them, they can. But even right now, for my grandson who's in first grade, I told my son, I said, oh, I found your journals from when you were in first grade and kindergarten. We need to let him see it so he can kind of see, hey, even Daddy had to do that. So here's our cute little pumpkin face. And as you can see, it's got a little shimmer in it. So I'm still getting my little bit of sparkle. I've got my glitter paint here, and then I got my silver here, and then I've got black glitter paint pen that I'm using there. And now we are going to do, actually, we're going to do Frankenstein. You could do a witch on the green, but I'm going to do a Frankenstein. And this is perfect for a witch though too. This color would be perfect for a witch as well. I'm going to do a little Frankenstein, and I need to decide, I think I'm going to give him some glitter. This one I got to pay attention to a little bit more. I'm going to do his hair. We're going to give him a head with some hair, of course. I want his eyes to be about there. I probably could have come down more with my eyes. That's okay. We're going to give him some funky hair. You know how Frankenstein has some funky hair, and he's really going to have some funky hair because he is. Now, this is just a permanent marker. You could use a permanent marker. If I want to fill it in, I can just use this because I'm not sure if I have a just plain black paint pen. So I just grabbed one of my permanent markers that I have, and this will work too. Now, if you were going to put this outside, you might want to spray it with a clear coat sealer. I can't even talk, y'all. I'm just thinking maybe his hair doesn't need sparkle. Hang on a second. I'm going to see if I have another black that I can use. I think I do, because I forgot that I had all shimmer. So this is a poster marker. Let's see if that works better. It'll take less time if it's working. Hopefully I haven't dried it out. I have got so many colored pens, all different types. I don't know if you guys are like that. I've always collected. I love all the different colored markers and pens and stuff. And I have quite the collection of things like that I use for different stuff. So the marker's not working perfectly. I don't know if it's drying out or if it's because it's going on the paint. You know, so if you have a paint pen, I feel like I must have, look, that's not working at all. I feel like I must have a black paint pen that's not sparkle. We may just have to do a sparkle. We may just have to do a sparkle. Now, I wouldn't see, yeah, that's not gonna work either. I would not suggest allowing the kids to use, you know, you could probably even do this with Crayola markers, the waterproof, the washable, not waterproof, the washable ones, if you wanted. Yeah, we're just gonna do it in this, since the paint pens glide on there and do much better, but you might even be able to use the washable markers if you wanna let the kids do it. Tell me in comments, what would you draw on yours? Would you draw the three that I'm doing, or would you do a skull or a mummy or a black cat or a witch? I think if you did the black cat, I would do the witch on that one. And I don't know, maybe a skull. That would be fun. So here we go so far. We got a little Frankenstein hair. And now we got to give him a little, you know, he had some surgery, you all know. So we have to give him kind of a little, like he might have gotten stitched up over there. And now we're gonna do his eyes. I'm gonna do his eyes kind of on an angle because you know he was never put together quite right. Poor guy. And if you're ever gonna watch a Frankenstein movie and you never have, go back and watch the really, really old ones, or the one with Gene Wilder. I don't remember what that one was called. With Gene Wilder, that was like done in black and white, or really looked like it was old, even though it wasn't. Because those are not super scary. I do not like scary at all, you guys. And his eyes, we're gonna make them roundish. And I need to give him actual, like he's got a unibrow, and he's got, his eyes are kind of funky. So I'm gonna color all that in black. Right there. And then we're gonna give him his mouth. But if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna tweak him a little bit. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a mouth, and you can do whatever your imagination shows or whatever you think it would look like. But I'm gonna give him some stitches like he's just broken a few of them off. Okay? And again, if you don't like how it turned out, just go back and add another layer. Now, this is what I got so far. See how simple this is? How cute. I mean, that is adorable. You can stick that right out on your, if you had like, you could even use this like for your house number. Like my number right now is 249. This would work perfectly. Like I said, I was trying to find a 4-pack, one that was a 4 set. That would work better on my new one. My new number is 4 digits. But I could put 249 right here on this. I mean, that would be so cute, right? Just to put out there. All right, I am going to use a little bit of white, I think. I can get it going. I don't think I've used this one yet. Gotta get it started. I am going to use a little white and put it in here on Frankie's eyes, if I can get it. It's supposed to be white, so let's see. We gotta get it nice and white. Might have to do a couple coats if it's going to let me. Right now it's just coming off clear. If it won't let me do white, I might put silver in there. And we could, if we wanted, we could put little dots in the other eyes too. Do you guys think we should or no? I'm gonna add some more white to Frankie's eyes. I think this would be super cool with some glow in the dark as well. If you have glow in the dark paint. I do have glow in the dark paint in the green, and I think in the orange, I think at least. That would be super fun. I could even potentially, man, I wish they made a glow in the dark marker. I don't think they do. Do they? No. I don't know if they do or not. They may. I have a marker. I'm going to check. I have a marker, and I'm trying to remember if it's glow in the dark. Anyway, we're going to let this dry a little bit, and then I'm going to try some more white to it. I think if I build it up some, it will let me. And we are just going to take this piece of ribbon, and what I'm going to do on the back is I am just going to staple it here. I want a little bit of it to show on the sides. It doesn't need to hang really, high. You could use this on a wreath on your front door. You could just use it to hang in your house somewhere. You could just, like, what do you call it? You could even just, if you wanted, just prop it against something, whatever you want to do. All right, I'm going to try. Oh, whoops. Hang on, guys. I think I've got staples in there. Yeah, I do. Okay. Try that again. I need one more hand again. Didn't I just say that the other day? I need one more hand. So I wanted to show a little bit of this too. So I'm letting that hang off. You can cut it longer if you want to. You could even add some beads or something on it if you wanted. You could use hot glue. You could use having trouble with words. You could use super glue. I'm just gonna staple it. I'm just gonna staple it to this little supporting piece. Oh gosh, what happened? Don't tell me I'm out. I do have more up here if I need it. That did not do anything, so I'm not sure what happened there, y'all. Bear with me. Let me try again. Maybe it was just too hard there. But I didn't want to put it down. Okay, there's no more staplers in there, so now I'm going to have to get some more staplers. Okay. I have more staples in there. I'm not going to make you guys suffer through that. But anyway, here's my idea. Super easy, super cute. You could give this as a gift. You could do it just for fun. And I hope it inspired you to try it. Let me know if you do. Make sure you send me a picture if you do. I love to see what you create. And I'm going to let you guys go. Until I see y'all next time, make sure you vote on my poll. Vote for me so I can pick out my next fabulous Halloween project. Okay? All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. Bye.